So if you are looking at best-selling products but not looking at the micro niche opportunities for you to actually sell to specific people, you might be missing out on hundreds of sales. So in today's video, I want to share with you a free way to do product research and find top trending niches, and how you can add 2 simple things to your designs to make them stand out above the rest of the competition and start earning sales. I want to share this all with you coming up next. Now, one of the ways we can make this business as passive as possible is utilizing a print-on-demand service like Printify. This is where Printify would take your orders and your designs and actually ship them out to your customer. And this really makes it easy, because the only thing that we need to focus on as Etsy sellers is creating high demanding products. And once we get an order, again, Printify would take care of all the printing and shipping out to our customers. And there are a lot of different products we can sell, just not the average products like t-shirts and sweatshirts, but you can do things like mugs, tumblers, socks, hats, tote bags, just to name a few. Now, if you want to get started with Printify on your own, you can start it absolutely for free here. Printify will so kind of give my audience a discount code to utilize their Printify premium version 30 days absolutely for free. This allows you to get a major discount on all products sold, therefore keeping more money in your pocket in the long run by utilizing the Printify premium version. Now, I make sure I leave all the details in my description box below if you want to check this out on your own and to see if it is best for your print-on-demand business. All right, so when you head over to Etsy, you definitely want to make sure that you know whatever category you want to sell for. This is going to help you really streamline the process when you're trying to find things to create. Again, if you're selling multiple things in your shop, then that might be hindering you from really creating amazing products, because your mind is focusing on what's selling well in digital products, what's selling well with t-shirts, what's selling well with coffee mugs. But what I learned to work best for me is that when you focus on one specific product category, you're able to see different type of trends and even some gaps that you can start selling in the marketplace. So what I like to do is head over to Etsy, search up a very broad category. In our case today, we're just going to search up t-shirt here, and you can even search up specific people, professions, occasions, and seasons. So in our case today, our category is going to be t-shirt, but our specific niche, or major niche, if you want to say that, is going to be teacher. Now, the reason why I call this a major niche is because when you look at the overall products, Etsy doesn't necessarily show you, but back in the day, they'll show you literally how many listings are up here. For teachers, we would even have 1 million listings up. But again, the reason why we want to search broad is because Etsy will share with you what type of products are doing well. So that being said, as we scroll down, we can see there's a lot here that Etsy is showing us, things that are popular now, things that are bestsellers. And what I like to do is focus on just not the design itself, but actually ask yourself what niche is actually being created, right? What niche or what specific audience is this product being created for? Yes, we're talking about the teacher shirt, right? Obviously, that is a broad niche, because we can go down so much further in regards to what teacher we're selling for, or what specific time of the year are we creating these teacher shirts for? Are we adding in personalization? Is this for a teacher or is this for a student? So there's a lot here that we can definitely get into. But when you scroll down a little bit further here, again, these indicators that we definitely want to focus on are the popular nows, the bestsellers. But when we go in further, one of the things I look for that will help me just not with the design process, but also understanding keywords, I like to look at the first line of the listing. So this little area right here is where I like to focus on. And the reason for this is because this will let me know what specific key phrase is actually driving this traffic to this product. And then even further, I can say what type of design is this product actually selling. 2 things have to be present when you are creating products, right? It needs to be the design and obviously the keyword, but both of these need to marry well together for you to sell. For instance, here, this is a read t-shirt. We can see all type of different designs here. Again, we can talk about some trademark things a little bit later, but just the fact that this t-shirt says read, and then obviously the beginning of the keyword is read, right? And so we got to make sure that we're not copying designs from other people, but we actually create things that is geared towards specific micro niches, which I'll share with you how to find micro niches even with the teacher niche, but making sure that our design and our keyword matches well together. For instance, here, this one says happy to see your face, and look at the exact key phrase in the beginning of the title. It says happy to see your face. Notice how we are talking about a specific design that's geared towards a specific keyword. So we got to make sure that we're not utilizing broad keywords in the beginning of our titles, right? Like teacher shirt or a first grade teacher shirt. We need to make sure that we are bringing in specifics with our design, a specific design, obviously a specific keyword that's going to attract a specific person who is ready to buy now. And that's really where sales are made, right? Sales are made in those micro niches, focusing on a specific audience and producing a product that is specifically for them. When I do my keyword research, when I'm trying to find products to create, I look at the design and the keyword. Now, again, we're not trying to recreate this Reed t-shirt, but allow this Reed t-shirt to be the platform where we search up other Reed t-shirts and see what things are selling well, but also find out what areas they are missing. So for instance, here we have happy to see your face shirt. That's an easy phrase for us to target. If I open this up into another page here, I want to type in that particular keyword, happy to see. And one thing I automatically look for is, do we have this phrase being auto-populated from Etsy? If it is being auto-populated from Etsy, then that lets me know it is actually being searched up a lot for it to be auto-populated in the search bar. So again, yes, I confirm this phrase is actually being searched up, but I know if Etsy is showing this, especially at the top of the listing here that's tied to my specific category, t-shirts is a great place for us to be. Now, that being said, I can go and actually search this up. And what I am doing now is what I call niche research, right? We took what our very broad phrase is, teacher shirt. We found some popular items that's selling well. It's a whole lot here that we can get down to, but we allow one area to be the place that we search up other type of products here. And now I want to see, well, what are some things that's selling well? What are some popular now, some bestsellers? Let me confirm that this is actually a place that is gaining sales, that's gaining traction, that's getting views. And I know that's the case because I still see, even in this micro niche, the bestsellers, the popular nows. I see this all over the place here. Now, we can't just stop there because, again, the overall goal was to find out what micro niche we can start selling in. But from here, again, we don't want to just copy what's already here. We want to ask ourselves, okay, what is selling well, but also what is missing? So when I look at this, obviously I see smiley faces are selling well. Again, we can talk about trademark things in another video, but the point here is that we do see some retro style colors here. I see some bold type of text here. I see all those type of things that are doing well. But one of the things I also want to look at and see is what is actually missing. So when I'm looking at the first line of the listings, right? The first line of the listings, not counting ads, is actually what's showing up organically, right? This is what people are buying, spending their time clicking, adding to the cart, favoriting, even leaving reviews at the purchases. So these are the heavy hitters in regards to design. If you copy something, then you're not necessarily going to be the best at selling it, especially if you already have two different people selling almost the same thing. You don't want to be a carbon copy of what's already here. You want to add in value to things that's selling well, but that's missing. And a very easy thing, which I talk about all the time on my videos, is to simply add in different type of placement trends. That means either we have the design on the front part of the t-shirt as we see here, and maybe go to the back of the t-shirt, or adding things in the pocket area of the t-shirt. So we can talk about design placements. There's a lot of people who are not utilizing front and back t-shirts, but the second thing that's very easy to incorporate is personalization. Right, we know, especially with this niche, right, the teacher niche, there are a lot of products that people purchase that are actually personalized items. We have found this to do well on the major search that we did here. We can see, going back to our broad keyword here, teacher shirt, we can see this is personalization. We can go down here, you can see this. Again, we have this personalization here. And so if we see that just on a broad scale, personalization is amazing, then I go to a micro niche where that personalization is not visible here on most of their products. What is the natural added value I could add here? I can add in that personalization, and simply by adding in personalization will make my product stand out so well, because this is already a phrase that's selling well. This is already a phrase that's being looked up, but it's not a phrase or a design niche that's offering personalization that I can easily simply add in some text here and make my product stand out even more. We can see this person here has brought in two type of things I'm talking about. They added in placement trends where they have a pocket style design here and obviously a design on the back of the t-shirt, but they also added in that other added value I talked about, which is that personalization. Again, when you trend combine in this area, especially in a place where there's not a lot of people doing placement trends, there's not a lot of people doing personalization. If you can combine those two things and really be creative in what you're offering in a micro niche like this that obviously is selling well, all these indicators, bestsellers, and popular nouns, once you're able to do that, you're able to really expound upon the products you create and start getting a high conversion rate, start getting more sales, start getting more reviews, because you're just not being a carbon copy of what's here, but you're adding value to products that are obviously selling well. But what can make your product stand out even more is finding those placement trends that may not be used, adding in those different type of personalization opportunities. Even if a place is doing that, A second easy way for you to sell more on Etsy, especially with print-on-demand products, is take this design and add it to a different print-on-demand product. And that's why I like creating with Printify, because they have a lot of different categories. You can take popular designs, just like what we talked about in this video, and apply this to a mug or to a tumbler or to a sweatshirt or to a hoodie or to a pillow or to a canvas. And you can all stay in one ecosystem with Printify and actually get this seamlessly connected to Etsy, so that when someone make a purchase, you already have it here. Yes, there's a lot that we can do here just in the t-shirt space in general, but you can go a step further and add this to a hoodie. Like I said before, simply click on this or add this to a sweatshirt, click on this here, and you can just get started with the Gildan 18,000 series. And then you can literally upload your design right here to Printify, and you know this is going to do well because it's already doing well with one category. And so if you are struggling with making sales, I would encourage you definitely try out this strategy. Definitely be more focused in regards to what micro niche you're selling for, but also be creative in what unique value you add to the space here. Again, you don't want to be a carbon copy, but you want to be strategically adding in value for your customers based upon things that's selling well. And always go back to that major category niche, right? That teacher niche. Go back into this major category and see, well, what are people doing well, right? What are making sales here? Personalization name at the bottom. We got the school name as well. We got different type of personalization with cool font characters. And then ask yourself, how can I add that here to make my product stand out even more? So if this was in a way helpful or encouraging, let me know in the comment section below. What are your next steps to adding more value to your designs? And if you want to check out Printify on your own, I make sure to leave all that detail down in my description box below as well. If you're new to selling anything on Etsy and you're not sure how to get started, I have a free Etsy course that will share with you how to start from beginning to end of how to get your first listing up. If you want to check out that free course, just simply put in the comment section below the word starter, and I'll make sure I send that free course to you. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.